Yeah, marvelous. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my Frank Lucas shit. 3-piece suits, Valentino cufflinks, LV shoes. I bring the shorty closer, just enough to feel the gun on the holster. Out on the balcony, feeling on the breeze. City skylines, we're puffing on some trees. Cup of Henny on the rocks with the soda. Maybach, front of the building with the chauffeur. Yeah, and he waiting on me. Got umbrella in his hands and my name in the seats. No gift, baby, no thanks. No chinchillas, baby, so what happened to Frank? No phone calls, transactions hand in hand. Give the drugs to Rick, the money to Benny Banks. Talk to Craze and he talks to me. Keep my business out the streets, it's the ART.
Let's go. Welcome to the Uptown Live fucking show.
The
That's what we're doing today. This is the Rick H Show. You don't have to change the channel or close the YouTube. But it's a different kind of episode. Rick's been doing this shit for 3 years. He made a huge announcement this week, and that he's going to be a dad once again. So that's 2 joints down. I don't know if the
2 joints
has been revealed.
Yo, I would hate for you to describe my kids.
2 joints.
Bro.
The joint.
2 joints. Rick got officially 2 joints.
2 joints.
And so we decided to give him a break today. You know, we told him we don't need you. We could do the show without you. And clearly, it's true because look how smoothly it's running up until this point.
We were just a little late. That's all.
O's even on time. You know, he doesn't have his mic ready, but we're doing good so far.
I don't even know how to set it up.
So far, so good. So
Really
this
good
is
mic, by the way.
this is the Uptown Live takeover of the Rick H Show. I even put a little logo where I put Uptown.
That shit costs like $100.
I don't know.
What kind of mic is that?
It's a condensed. I don't remember the name, but I looked it up. It's pretty expensive.
I mean, y'all are fucking up my intro. But
sorry. Hold on. Finish the intro. Come on, Rebel. We do this. We're podcasters. But
you know,
let them finish.
You know? No. I'm done. This is the Uptown Live takeover. I'm joined by the dopest. Well, let me see. Who am I gonna?
Now you stuck. You stuck.
Who am I gonna highlight as that? All right. Oh, one of the dopest designers that doesn't see himself as a designer in the world. Rebel, who fucking killed it this weekend doing live interviews. Something that she said that she never done before, but I don't believe her. I think she's done this shit before. And Eli Jas, who got more jobs than I don't know. So we here.
Like, the makeup is on for a reason.
Let's go. We
They got a different job every day, dog.
It's Facts. Tuesday, and you know, today I wanted to talk about like Uptown Live and what that is, and what do y'all know about what is the story that Rick told y'all about, like where Uptown Live came from, or that? Did he say anything?
Nah, he just said, "Yo, we hiring. Just stop by."
We hiring. What's up? UPS hiring. What's good? So, I mean, it really came from this idea for us that we like, you know, we're from Uptown, and for us, Uptown is not just Washington Heights, it's Harlem. You know, all the neighborhoods from Harlem all the way up through Inwood and the Bronx. And now after that versus battle, even Yonkers is part of Uptown, I think. So it's really for us. Yes. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we did. Yeah, man. So I feel like Uptown for us was this place that had this kind of like energy and this dope vibe and this thing. And like we noticed that it's kind of like changing. And the Uptown that we know is not as, you know, is not as prevalent. It's still there, but there's parts of it that we wanted to highlight, that we want to preserve, parts that we remember, and also kind of usher in the new era of what Uptown is going to be, because we know change is inevitable. The only thing that we can count on is change, and so we embrace change. But we wanted to record and keep our own record of what goes on Uptown. So we decided to start our little project, Uptown Live. We were so lucky that we had dope people that wanted to be a part of it and bought in. And without further ado, I want them to talk about the stuff that they've been doing. I'm gonna start with just because I feel like the way that you came into it was kind of weird. You know, I feel like you bullied your way into Uptown Live, but
nah, don't say that, because
that's messed up.
That ends up sounding like the guy that y'all didn't want there.
No,
Yo,
we love O.
No,
you can tell them a little bit about the history between us. Like, we've known each other probably about 15, a little bit, maybe 18 years or something like that.
Let me tell you how that sounded. He made me sound like the kid that keeps on going to the barbershop to sweep up.
Nah.
And now he's officially
hoping to be a barber.
Nah, because he's
so
not bullying his way in there.
They give me the chair in the back.
I was thinking more of like, you remember the dude from the 5th floor on the Martin show? And he just come in and be like, yo, this is my house. This is my house.
All the food.
You know, eating the food and just being like, yo, I'm here.
What's through the window. Oh, just sneaked in through the window.
Yeah.
There was an open window.
But we love I just want you to tell them kind of like, you know, I think that our collaboration with a different concept has been kind of unique. And like we really have embraced, like, I feel like you're part of the fam. You always have been, but like just part of this new nucleus that we're creating now. But just talk a little bit about your stuff and what's been going on with you, man.
I would say how this started actually is we go back to maybe when I was in high school.
Diaper days.
That's when I first met Rick. I met
Rick. Diapers in high school?
Yeah. You know, I've always been like that. No, so I went to school with this kid named Lou, and through Lou I met Rick because we used to do music. I wanted to write poems, but when you grow up in the hood, you can't really tell people you're a poet because that just opens the door to be bullied. So, you know, you end up being a rapper or whatever. I never enjoyed rapping. I enjoyed the writing part of it, but I never enjoyed like being a rapper because y'all already know how I am about being around people. So imagine being an artist where you really have to put yourself out there as, hey, look at me, I'm a rapper. But so, you know, me and Rick stayed in contact throughout the years. And then, you know, I saw he was doing the TheRickHShow. I was actually a guest on an episode. But I still followed up, kept on watching the show, you know, kept on talking to Rick, and the whole time I was telling Rick, you know, I would want a podcast. I in my head I think I would have a good podcast, but a lot of friends would tell me like, yo, you should have a podcast, but it was always for the wrong reasons. I feel like if I would have a podcast at the time that my friends were telling me to do it, I would have a podcast basically talking shit about stupid shit that I'll probably end up getting in trouble.
Facts.
So when I
happens.
When I approached Rick about it, you know, he was giving me all the steps, and he said, you know, he said he'll help me with whatever I need help with. And he was like, you know what, how about we start off with a segment on my podcast?
And now we have, what's the segment called that we're about to do it right now? That you just gave us that dope intro. You see how I tricked you into giving us a good intro naturally?
The segment is called Creators Anonymous. It was it was kind of a mutual. He said, all right, let's do a segment. I didn't know what the segment would be. I said, let me think about it. I came back with the idea of just highlighting creative people because creative people is like, it's like a drug for me. So
I love that pick.
Here you are.
That's a great picture.
Creators Anonymous.
And so today on Creators Anonymous, we're highlighting folks that we found on the internet. You guys have sent me your picks. Oh, since you started us off, I'm gonna start with your pick. What's the name of the?
I don't know. Hold on, I gotta look at it.
What, you gotta look?
Because usually when Rick brings it up, I read it off the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cheating.
You're not bringing it up today?
Nah, I'll bring it up after you tell me.
See, my pick.
Oh damn, I gotta look for mine too. Hold on.
My pick was.
I have to say, I really love your intention behind highlighting creators, because not a lot of people do that. You know, a lot of people charge to do what you're doing, and you do it for free. So, like, the recognition that you bring to creators and artists, that shit is like, that's beautiful.
Thanks. It just made sense to me because it's genuine. It's like I'm not doing it for any kind of, you know, attention or anything. It's something I saw on the internet is dope, and I want other people to see it. Because, you know, as a creator, the only thing you want to do is be seen. You're not creating these things just to have them, you know, on the walls or, you know, just sitting and collecting dust. You want other people to see it. So even if my 90 followers, somebody sees it, it's growing. The page I created for the Creators Anonymous is growing organically because other creators are now reaching out to me. They're saying, thank you. Oh my God, I'm humbled. And I'm like, I got 90 followers. Like, I'm humbled that you're responding to me, but it's still opening these dialogues that
Nah, it's dope.
when
So
you hit them up,
I gave you a little assist. Here's the guy that you
it's
that you
100 acres worth. And honestly, with the page that I created for it, now
I like this one.
my feed and my explore page is just all creators, which is even doper. And so if you look at his work, it has a lot of witty comments, like the words. So it looks like pop art, but then if you read the words that it'll say, it's a lot of inappropriate stuff. So it's one of those things where it's like adult humor attached to it, so it's more enjoyable.
It's dope.
I love it.
So it's
I fuck with it.
100 acre
That
works.
was So the guy's name is Christopher Robin, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Or is that just like a pseudonym?
that's probably a pseudo name based in.
Yeah, because that's the kid from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Christopher Robin.
So
All right,
that's
so, yeah.
probably his
Shout out to him
creation.
though. Fire.
That's
All right.
his work.
Who do we got next? Rebel, who do you got up?
All right, so my guy, I like it because of what Ellie said, is dark art, and that's not something that I see often. His name is Go Home Jerome, and it's Jerome Tunayan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm gonna say it's Tunayan, and if I chopped it up, I'm sorry, Jerome. You got it? But look at his work. I mean, you go down. Honestly, like I go to a lot of showings for art pieces because I'm an artist myself. So I go to a lot of shows, and I've been in shows, but I've never actually seen someone be so bold to put their dark work out there. Normally you see butterflies and colors or famous people, but this guy, he's just like, he just pops out with some random shit and he kills it. Like, look at this shit right here. This shit is creepy, but it makes you want to keep looking at it, right? Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
It's so detailed. Look at that.
yeah, and like if you go further down, his shit it gets better. It gets so much better. There's one where a girl has like a knife on her forehead. She's about to like cut her face off. Go down. Where is it at? Yeah, right there. That one. He's like chopping up someone's face.
Oh.
But it's like I love it though, the gore.
That was intense, yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit though.
All right, that's a dope one. I do like dark stuff too. I mean, I feel like the sketch look.
I like the detail.
I love
like,
stuff
you
with
see
detail
the
and
detail?
sketching.
He has like a whole knife and whole setup in the back of that picture, like a whole sink.
Oh, you mean in this one?
Yeah. Look at that. Look at all the details.
Yeah,
it's about the details. It's always about the details when
that
it comes
is wild.
to art.
It's like there's a lot to look at.
Yes, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like every time you look at it, you're probably gonna find something new to look at.
Let's go. All right, Ellie, what we got?
Okay, so this week I have my girl Vanessa Ayala. Her art page is called Art by Ayala, but it's been noticed by artists by Bad Bunny. She's painted them. She's a painter. So look how beautiful and colorful her paintings are. So just recently she got noticed by Jada Pinkett Smith, and she got reposted, which is so amazing. Look at this.
Yo.
That's when Jada looked really good. Now she looks good, but she just looked like she got mad cirugía.
Oh my God. So also another thing that I want to show you guys. Do you see that t-shirt? She's actually doing a giveaway for this t-shirt, which is a Hindu Guadalupe. So if you get a little closer to it, like when you click on her page, she has different hands, and one of them has like, you know, different things. I think one of them has like a flower. The other one has like a pencil.
Can you click on the picture, Craze?
Yeah, it's so detailed. Like I'm trying to.
Can you click on the shirt? I want to see the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt is beautiful.
I love the colors.
Right?
That's what drew me in.
Yeah, that palette.
See the translate on the shirt. That's dope. For it to translate on the shirt, that's
yes.
Right.
You know what's crazy? Is that the person that I picked was has a similar look to that too, like the color. Give me 1 second, because I pulled up everybody's.
What are those neon colors? Neon colors, they just like, wow, pop.
So pretty.
Yeah, man. That is what's the name of this artist again?
Her name is Vanessa Ayala, and her art page is Art by Ayala. And she just hit 25K, so proud of her.
Dope.
So the one that I don't know if I gave it away because I was kind of clicking through some stuff here, but let me see. This is the one. It's Duga art, and it has the similar style. Like I feel like some of the paintings that I saw, you see how it has some of these color, like really colorful palettes.
Yes.
I like watching videos like this where people just show you them. I don't know. This is super relaxing to me to watch people paint like this.
Ooh, look at that blend though.
Yes.
Yo,
I could watch this all day.
Seriously. And so this is my pick, my creator for the week. This mobile's one. Look at this one.
That one's nice.
Ooh, I wanna paint now.
You know?
Yeah, I've been thinking about starting to paint because I do charcoal art and digital art, but I'm like, I gotta get into painting because I need more color.
Painting. So shout out to Duga Art. Shout out to
very cool
Creators Anonymous. Oh, from a different concept. Take us out.
No, I'm staying on.
Oh, you're gonna stay on here today?
Stay on. I thought that's what Rick wanted.
Man, why you kicking him off, bro? Like, let him live a little.
Now you're gonna really make me sound like a bully.
Oh. We got some comments in here from
Rebel
Benny
Therapy. What are you trying to say, Benny? ¿Qué tú estás diciendo? Dark art? That's therapeutic. Believe it or not, my therapist said that that's a way of transmuting pain. Is through dark art.
That is true.
I transmute my brokenheartedness through my poetry, but just like, I can't be telling people I'm a poet because we get jumped in the hood.
You're an emotional gangster.
You're an emotional gangster.
Don't ever say that out loud, though, Ellie. Don't do that.
I'm still upset. Craze was trying to kick me off, and
I mean,
I still haven't figured out how to do this mic yet.
Kick is a strong word, you know.
I was dismissing you early.
I was gently suggesting that you could get the fuck. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Listen.
So
let's talk a little bit more about Uptown. Wait, you're still doing this mic thing?
No. I plugged up the mic, right? And then when I plugged up the mic, I couldn't hear anything. So then, I need headphones. I need headphones for the mic. That's what it is.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so
it works like.
Are you using it on your phone?
I'm gonna need you to call IT, bro, and then we can do this off.
Talk about Uptown Live. Talk about Uptown Live. I'm gonna get my life together.
If anybody in the comments can tell how to fix his microphone, please let us know.
See, Benny sent me a heart, bro.
You see?
I'm gonna figure it out.
You got it? Oh,
I'm gonna figure it out.
Well, I mean, Uptown is I just want everybody to catch us up. You know, I feel like we've been doing a lot of things. This summer's been really dope. It's been a little weird. I feel like we're about to go back into another pandemic lockdown kind of thing.
I know.
And so I just wanted to kind of catch everybody up on what everyone is doing. I know Ellie's got some dope stuff going on. I know Rebel's got some stuff going on. Almost has his mic connected, so he's good to go. Rebel, what kind of stuff you've been working on, man? Clue us in. Tell us about your podcast, other creative endeavors. I want to know about what's going on Uptown Live and in New Jersey, because you spent some time in New Jersey too, you know?
All right, well, I mean, I live in New Jersey. I don't spend time in New Jersey, though. Everything I do is in New York. I'm not going to talk about the people that I have coming on the show because I'm not going to jinx it, you know? But my podcast is mainly based on practicing self-healing spirituality and just talking about love and relationships. It's mainly a safe space for women, but I do have men come on as well. It's just more dominant by women. And you know, you're about to announce a new creator into the group. He holds a safe space for men. So it's kind of like he's the yang to my yang, you know what I'm saying? And he's dope, but the same thing. My thing is all about self-healing, self-love, self-care, valuing yourself. Basically, the whole point of my podcast is to build self-esteem and learn how to love yourself better. So I do have new content coming out this Sunday with Wind and Cloud. It's already recorded. It's ready to go. And we basically talk about their show, but something we talk about is their divine union, how it came to be. Which is actually, have you guys ever heard of like divine counterparts? These like two are
twin flames.
Yeah, like a twin flame. These two that I've interviewed, the Wind and Cloud, they're gonna talk about their divine union and how it happened. Divine
union.
And how the synchronicities played into their relationships and how now they're basically a spiritual power couple. You know, like they go out and they create together, they have a kid together. Oh, you're killing it with the mic.
He got to figure it out though.
So if you want to know about spirituality, you want to boost your self-esteem, learn to love yourself better, you want to learn something about social behaviors, what's toxic, what's not, how to live through light and love, definitely follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube, and just
let's go. Enjoy. Honestly, man, like the spiritual stuff, I feel like healing work is something that I've only become familiar with over the last couple of years. You know, like I'll say that's like a 30s thing for me, and my 20s wasn't really much about healing.
I think that's for everyone, to be honest with you. I think in our 30s, we're the most toxic. You know, we're like out here fucking around with mad people, drinking, smoking, doing the crazy
30s
shit.
30s or 20s?
20s were the most toxic.
Okay.
Sorry. Our 30s is like when we really grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when you were in your 20s, you're a grown up. You got kids, you got wife, you get married. Now it's like the new millennials, we grew up in our 30s. Like, I'm sorry. And 40s is when we have kids.
It's true.
True. That is true.
I've had that experience.
I was like struggling over there.
I don't know what.
At least he's trying.
So one of the other things, man, I mean, aside from healing work that we're gonna do through Uptown Live, because you're gonna help me heal. I think you're gonna help Lou. Well, not Lou.
We talk about brujas in Brooklyn. I mean, Ellie is close to Brooklyn, so she would be one of those. She would definitely fit into that, right? And then, the 20s are about damaging yourself, and then 30s is about healing all that damage.
Ooh, damn. We got some good comments today, though. I mean, I feel like, what about 40s? It's about getting your credit right? What is it?
40s, I think that's when you, like, buy your house.
Facts.
Ooh.
Get married.
Called the Geek Squad. Let's go. I muted you,
like,
bro. That's what
he's like, man. Put me back on.
Am I good now? Is it good?
Oh,
wow, you sound really good.
Yeah. You sound amazing.
Yo, your voice sounds. I gotta get a condense.
It's my turn now. Now it's my turn to get my shit
right?
together. Yeah.
That makes your voice sound like really good.
He went, hey guys.
It makes my voice sound like my real voice.
Wow. It makes you sound sexy, bro.
That's my real voice, though. Yeah. That's my real voice.
That's my real voice.
No, it's not. You don't sound like that.
Super sexy.
20s was exploration, and damaging yourself. 20s was self-sabotaging years.
20 was trying not to die.
Facts. That is.
Or have a baby. Or have one.
30s is establishing foundation. Okay. I can see that. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
40s is like when you enjoy your foundations.
Ooh,
I'm assuming.
Hopefully. What else we got going on? Rebel, you and I actually did some dope like healing, what heals me, food. We did some dope food content this weekend as a part of Uptown Live
and celebration.
And I want to show this. I think we're gonna have some folks coming in too. We got a special guest that's coming in that you almost gave it up right now too. But we got a new team. Somebody said 40 should be continuing the foundation. We got a new team member. Mozo is coming through.
I love all.
But before that, I want to play this little clip of us having a good ass time. Oh,
I'm having a good ass time right now.
Yo, te estás saliendo lo moco, loco.
Yeah,
it's
your
turn,
bro.
First, it was me on the Eli Jas show.
What's going on today?
Mocosa.
You got the.
I can't figure out the stand part for the mic, so I'm just holding it.
Just hold it.
But in the
process,
of holding it, like then the audio goes out. So I've been fucking with that. But then when I fuck with the audio, I drop the iPad. But I'm having fun.
Mute you.
No, don't mute me
right now. I'm gonna help you.
No.
Hold on. I'm gonna play this video and then while you get your mic shit in order.
He just muted it.
Last year, but the whole point of the festival was to celebrate culture.
Let's bring this back now, because
put it up.
My volume is up. It's not up.
Annual Creole Food Festival. Can you tell us a little bit about that? First of all, thank you for inviting us. This is such dope vibes, dope people, dope.
I was dancing in there too.
The food is fucking amazing, y'all.
Why are you screaming at him?
First and foremost, the Creole Festival.
That's how we do.
About 3 years ago, actually 4 years ago, we took a year off because of COVID last year. But the whole point of the festival was to celebrate culture. We wanted to actually do a festival that unites the Caribbean, Latin America, Africa.
Oh, can you stop fucking with the mic, though?
I thought I muted this guy.
Whether you call it Creole, you call it Creole, you call it Criollo, you call it Criollo. It is basically diaspora and food. So that's what we're celebrating. It's about culture. We're celebrating the culture and putting it on the map.
What we got here, Chef? So we have lamb here. It's Border Spring lamb.
I just want y'all to see these ribs, man. Honestly.
We smoked it, now we're grilling it with a little
We had Chef Kelvin.
And mango.
Do we have the interview for Chef Kelvin in here?
Everything's in there.
Ooh. I think we got O stuffing his face in here. I'm stuffing my face in here.
I'm violating Craze's food up in here too.
Yo.
Ricky just texted for it.
Let's go.
Yo,
We got Chef Jeff. Oh, those Don John noodles. We're about to see O right now. Come on.
And his energy was everything. This guy was beautiful, down to earth, spiritual, loving. Oh, stuffing his face.
Right here.
Chef Kelvin at the
He got caught.
We had Chef Kelvin.
Festival. Chef Kelvin, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling incredible. If I'm smiling, that means I'm having a great day.
All right, so you're here, and what dish are you cooking for us?
Today,
You guys got to
we're
see these
doing
little
pollo
arepitas
guisado
that he's
arepas.
making.
I have to do something with an arepa, and I had to be able to do my Dominican pride. So we got a pollo guisado arepa that's topped with pickled red onions, aguacate, cilantro, crema, melted mozzarella. It's a party in your mouth.
Yo,
that was bomb.
Damn, sorry I missed that.
Yo,
the food there was amazing. And the crazy thing is, I feel like I never really had Haitian food before, and I feel like ashamed of that. I feel like, bro, what? How have I never, like kind of gone into that cuisine? I don't know where there's places like that here in New York, but that's why I was really excited about it. Benny Banks said he's hungry now.
Facts. Me too.
Rosana le dio hambre a Rosana también.
Let's go. But yeah, those John noodles, I never saw that before. I'm very interested. I need somebody to put me on. Chef Jeff, I hope we get invited to your next event because that was fucking delicious. So that's kind of a little bit of a preview of some of the stuff that we've been working on.
He does brunch as fuck, apparently. So if you follow him on Instagram, he does brunches.
Oh,
it's called Brunch as Fuck, and I'm ready to go to that because it sounds like it's a party and brunch at the same time. And with those mimosas, is about to be lit.
And one of the things that came up in the festival when in the interview, I don't know if you could hear it, but we the Fabrice Armand, the one of the organizers and the co-founder of the Creole Food Festival, he was actually talking about how that food, like what we're all talking about, is diaspora food. It's all has African origins. And, I just I'm a food nerd, and that shit makes me really, really, really excited to hear about food and different origins and spins on little food. So we need to do more of that. That's just a little preview. And now another thing that we have been kind of cooking up with Uptown Live is that we got a special guest, and I'm going to bring him in right now because we just got word this week that he's joining the team. And so here is our dude, Mozo.
Hey.
What's good, everybody? What's up?
Welcome.
Mozo, what's going on?
Welcome to the Uptown Live takeover of the Rick H Show. We tied Rick up, put him in his room. Seriously, he's taking care of home. He just announced that he's gonna have a baby now, another baby, and so we kind of we told him we'd hold it down this week for him while he's taking some time. But we were really excited about you joining the team. So we wanted you to come on and really kind of explain a little bit about what that means, who you are, and what Watch Your Mouth Wednesdays is about. So welcome, Mozo. This is the team. I think everyone here on the team, but welcome home. Welcome to Uptown. Let's go.
Facts, yo. It definitely feels like home, and I'm excited to be part of this, man. Yeah. What am I about? I'm about love, man. Positivity, community. You know what I'm saying? The world's full of negativity, so I'm gonna be that positive light hitting you every single Wednesday. That's what Wednesdays is about for me. And yeah, I'm super excited. I'm excited to get to know y'all better, each and every single one of y'all. I'm looking forward to just connecting and growing, as a team. And like you said, I feel like it feels like home already. It feels like home. So I'm super excited, man. Let's go.
And I see Rick is in here commenting, bro. Go to sleep, man.
Go to sleep. Never
stop
working.
If you're not gonna be on, get off.
Can you tell us a little bit about Watch Your Mouth Wednesdays? I think you've been doing it. How long have you been doing that now?
So Watch Your Mouth Wednesday's been going on now. I started in January. It was like a New Year thing. I started in January, and I started off initially just to have people on to build, to give them a platform to share what their work is, their projects, and it became a lot bigger than that because I realized that once people start hearing other people talk about their things and what they're doing, they feel inspired by it. Right now, they want to do something, or they want to do different things, and that's really what it's become. It's really become a community of people that just really want to inspire other people to just be the best person you could be, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. You don't even have to, even if you don't have a podcast or whatever. I've had people on the show that don't have a podcast, don't have any type of show, but they just want to go on there to talk about a topic or talk about, a subject. And I'm open to that as well. So but that's what Watch Your Mouth Wednesday. That's what Mozo's been about. That's what Watch Your Mouth has been about. That's what Watch Your Mouth Wednesday is about. And it's all about love, man. That's it.
Hey, yo, one interesting thing, and Rebel kind of referenced this earlier, that Rebel, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you were talking about how Mozo's kind of like a counterpart to you in terms of like the type of work that y'all do and the type of stuff that you do.
Well, Mozo's married, but
a counterpart, like the other side of the coin,
I said that he holds a safe space for men because we have worked together before, and he talked about that, and I kind of do the same thing for women. So yes, it's like the yang to my yang. Yeah.
Yes. Yo, shout out to Rebel. Shout out to Rebel. I was on his show before. Shout out to Rebel. And yes, I also speak about topics that a lot of men don't speak about, like fatherhood or like just feelings, right? How we feel. A lot of men don't talk about that, right? So I'm open to always talk about that. I'm always open to having, and when I have conversations with other men, I always ask them those kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? And they may not be direct, but it's something where at least it shows them that side of that person, because we all have that side where we have feelings and we want to share, how we feel. But sometimes, we're not used to doing that. So it takes a little bit of pulling, and it happens though, No,
that's facts, man. And we really appreciate you for it. I think, one of the other circumstances that you and I met under was this other project that I'm involved with, which is the Sneaker Talk Club. And it's kind of like a similar vibe where we kind of got together and we're like, yo, men don't sit around and talk about this type of stuff, about their feelings, about mental health, about sexuality in a fucking constructive way. So it's like, we really appreciate what you're doing. We take some cues from you too. We thank you for being who you are, and welcome to the fucking team. Is your mic working?
Yes.
Okay. Ellie, is your mic working?
Yes.
Good. All right, good. What do you guys have any advice for Mozo joining the team? You guys have been around a little while. Rebel, you too, but you and Mozo, I mean,
Mozo is doing his thing. He's very independent in what he does. He's very good at what he does. And
I meant any advice.
I don't think he needs any advice.
No.
But
I didn't mean any advice in life. I meant any advice on how to deal with being inside of Uptown Live, like with us.
I would say, keep being yourself.
Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing, and we're not gonna get in your way. From the little bit that I've been around, it seems like a really dope team. So it's one of those things where it's like we're all encouraging each other. At the end of the day, we're all trying to win. So I feel like with what Rick is doing with this whole Uptown Live media is I feel like he's creating a whole network where we're all gonna do our own thing, but then it's gonna be dope when we all together in certain, like let's say like we'll have individual names, Ellie, Rebel, Craze by himself, and then Mozo, and then when we show up as Uptown Live Media, it's like, oh shit, they all here. So it's kind of like
the gang.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's not like Rick and his entourage. Just know it's Rick and all his creators.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody's contributing to the team. It's not just like it's not like the Verses with like 40 guys on stage and only 3 artists.
Male menopause, is that a thing?
Somebody mentioned that.
Yeah. It's called andropause. It's called andropause.
Wow.
That's what she said. Yeah.
I gotta read up on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Any other? And what I was kind of thinking about, like maybe you keep your mic on so you don't have to deal with stuff that O deals with.
Keep your mic on.
Practical advice, you know.
Keep your mic on. Be prepared. Make sure all your stuff is charged.
Make sure you're on time, because Rick gets mad when you're not on time.
Yo,
he will single you out.
Yo.
And also, don't be afraid to challenge us, like with different topics. You get what I mean? We're here to grow and evolve together. So don't be afraid to bring up something where you're like, oh my God, I don't know if this is gonna, be rude or anything. I think all of us need to be transparent and just bring up topics that we want to talk about so that we can just grow and, learn together. That's it.
Yeah. I want to add to that, actually. Be true to yourself. Be true to whatever it is that you want to talk about. Because when I first got on here, I talk about self-love, spirituality. This whole platform is very about comedy. So I was a little afraid to add my juice because I didn't want to like spoil the fruit. But Rick was like, yo, that's why I brought you on. So you could talk about the things that you talk about. So don't be afraid, because you're different is an asset to the group. So just talk about the things that you talk about, because it's necessary and it's different.
I appreciate all the advice. Thank you so much, Eli.
It's Ellie.
Ellie, sorry.
It's okay, don't worry. No, trust me. Everybody's like, Eli Jas, all this. I'm like, I don't mind correcting me. Thank you.
Ellie and Rebel. Yes, I will stay true to myself, and I will definitely. I'm looking forward to growing with y'all for real. Like, when Craze and Rick told me the plan, like what everything is gonna look like, right? And it sounds like a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like something that like is nothing but love, and just like I said, everybody's just trying to help each other out. And like you said, we can all win together, and that's what really matters the most. That we're all winning.
Absolutely. Yo, we're gonna do something now that we had this segment, right, that was called like culture versus vulture. But Rick and I got into some trouble doing it. Not really trouble. Just people kind of like weren't really feeling some of our takes on it in there. But we got some negative feedback. But we changed it around. So we're not gonna go with negativity. We're just gonna go with for the culture, right? Like what has happened this week. And I think there's one event that we talked about last week, right? And everybody made their predictions, because we shoot our show right before we shot the last show right before the Locks versus Dipset versus.
Oh yeah.
So everyone had their picks, everyone had their opinions on who will win, who would not. And so I kind of wanted to do a recap of that. I just wanted to know, is Jadakiss, the versus king? I feel like he's 2-0 with versus, right? What everybody's thoughts were, what everybody's predictions. I don't want to have to go back to video, but I do want to know if everyone's predictions came true. I feel like everybody said Dipset.
Everyone said Dipset.
Mozo, who'd you have, man?
I had the Locks, and the reason why the reason I had the Locks is because I feel like Dipset, like they have too many issues going on. Like I felt like they have songs, but I think people slept on the Locks, and maybe
chemistry.
I'm also like. I'm in my 30s, so I know a lot of the Locks. I know them coming up. I know Dipset was more like like the dressing and their swag and all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like people forgot the Locks got songs, and Jadakiss is top 5 dead or alive, and he shows that every single time, man. So like
Grammys over grams. That was right. I was gonna ask. You was big on Dipset, bro. You were really big. Because I remember, I'll say what I said, right? I'm gonna say what I said last week, and I said that if I was voting, numbers wise, like singles, and like I was gonna go with Dipset. I felt like their catalog was a little bit better, but I was wrong about that. But I said that if I was gonna vote with my heart, I would go with the Locks. But really, bro, I think it came down to like song selection. In my opinion, I feel like the way they selected the songs is that's where I feel like, that's why I take the L.
Look, check it. This is my recap of my opinion and what happened. I don't know, Mozo, Craze. I don't know if the ladies agree with this too. You usually tend to relate to the music that you was listening to when you really started going outside. And when I say going outside, when you really started getting ass.
Okay.
So it's one of those things that after a good day, I would come home, listen to some Dipset. Right?
Dipset? Okay.
So Dipset had my heart, right? But as the battle was going on, this is how nasty I am as a human. I realized I knew more words to Lock songs than Dipset songs, right? Where I started feeling like, you know what, Dipset was just a moment. So it's kind of like, as big as they were, it's almost like freestyle music. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Dipset had their moment, but you kind of don't want to hear that again. Where the Locks, when they performed their songs were timeless. Where it's kind of like, oh, this is always going to be good rap music. So what I said was, it was kind of like watching my friend beat up my other friend. And then I was so nasty that I pulled out my phone and started recording and screaming World Star and rooting for the friend that I was against in the beginning. I was nasty with it. Like, I was singing all the Lock stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I felt like that. I mean, I'm glad it. Rebel, what would your take? I mean, are y'all really?
I ain't watch it. I was working.
Wait, and Locks kind of can't lose because there's something about Swiss beats that they knock harder in that kind of battle atmosphere. Like, Dipset had good beats, but they don't knock like Swiss beats.
All right, so
I just know I saw a clip where I thought they were about to throw down. Like, I thought they were about to fight.
They got like intense.
Yeah, like one kid got kicked in the chest, and then like he like went like that. I was like, whoa, ¿qué es lo que está pasando aquí?
Yo, but wish list. What? Because I was thinking about like a couple other groups. Like, all right, so we have Dipset versus the Locks. Now, who else would y'all rap groups though? Who else would y'all pit against each other?
Backstreet Boys and Boys to Men.
Wait, those are not rap groups?
No, it has to be in sync versus Backstreet Boys.
No, I want a black group. This is the white.
Those are not rap groups.
I don't care. All right? I don't care because Rick said Romeo Santo y el otro chamaco. What is his name? The salsero.
We're gonna go with that one.
Mark
Anthony. And I was still with it.
We're gonna go Backstreet Boys versus what'd you say?
In
Boys
sync?
to Men. No, Boys to
Why
Men.
Boys to Men
is good.
Because Boys to Men is bomb as hell. They are very underrated.
What about
Everyone
112?
gives credit to NSYNC. I like 112.
No,
Everyone
Boys
gives
to Men
credit
will
to
wash them up.
NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, but Boys to Men, that's where it's at.
But they're not even a boy
that's
band.
a slaughter.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a slaughter.
A slaughter.
A slaughter.
That's true.
Who against G Unit? Because that's like one of the other groups. G Unit against what? No Limit?
No.
Nah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Wu-Tang?
Maybe. No, hell no.
Nah, Wu-Tang will take that all day.
I feel like G Unit does not have a strong enough catalog. Like they don't.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
Unless it's a whole bunch of 50 songs, which is different.
True.
Which is first album,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But like G Unit, I was thinking about that. I was like, who could beat the Locks? That's what I was talking about. I was like, who could compete with the Locks? And I went through the groups, and G Unit, I was like, yeah, if 50 gets on his solo tip and starts just doing his Garrett Should Die Trying songs, then yeah, it's over. But other than that, like, who's gonna compete with them? 3LW and Destiny Child.
Destiny Child will take that. I love 3LW, but Destiny Child will take that all day.
Beyonce will kill him.
Yeah, her alone.
I don't know. I feel like G Unit was like a little fashion statement. They didn't last that long, and they wasn't
Another
all
moment.
that popping.
Another moment.
They were just popping because of.
I saw G Unit versus Cash Money.
Cash Money, yeah, I can see that. G Unit versus Cash Money.
Yeah,
okay, that's valid. Yeah. That's valid. That is valid, actually. Who would y'all put Ellie up against in the battle?
Damn.
Ooh,
Ellie.
Ellie versus Rick H.
Ellie
put her up against Alejandra from Monchi Alexandra.
I'm sorry, Alejandra will probably take that because Alejandra goes way back to my childhood. Like, I'm a fucking fan.
Damn.
That's the only. So that's where I wanted to wrap the show.
You and Brittany, though, I'll have your back all day, baby.
Ellie versus Lumi D.
Ooh, I'll take Ellie. I'll take Ellie.
I'll take Ellie.
I'll take Ellie. And Lumi D is good.
She is.
She's good.
Millie Quesada.
Rick says Millie Quesada.
Well,
that's the only member of Uptown Live who hasn't given us an update on what they're doing, and I kind of saved it for last just because she's like our resident superstar. And I love to end the show with some musical accompaniment by our very own Eli Jas. But our first, Ellie, what else have you been up to? I'm gonna play your video, at least one of them.
I've been doing a lot.
I know.
Oh, it's lit. It's lit.
I've been working 2 jobs. I'm like, I came onto a pod. I'm like, I'm tired, guys. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Nah,
but you've been doing more than that. You've got a
Yeah.
commercial, right?
Yeah, so recently I actually collaborated with Rachel La Loca and Being Latino on a Lay's ad. So I'm super excited for people to see that. So the thing is that, okay, I'm more known for my music, right? So I love the fact that I'm able to kind of touch base a little bit, or at least get my feet wet into the acting world, because I know that I have potential to succeed in that as well. And this is the reason why I started chatting with Jazz, because I wanted to talk about, the different, in a sense, I wanted to have an outlet for creatives and artists to have their own voice. And I always remembered, every time that I've gotten interviewed for music, I always felt like, it's kind of intrusive sometimes what people ask. And I'm like, you know what? I want to make this, I want to make this like a safe place for creators to feel like, okay, you're talking to your homegirl. You're not talking to an interviewer. You get what I mean? And it's like, I know what they want to talk about. They want to talk about what's next on their upcoming projects. They don't want to talk about the bochinche, even though I try to slide it in there a little bit.
Bochinche, I don't know.
Right? We get a little gossip in there, but we don't make it so that it's gonna be like, oh yeah, like, why is she asking me about this? This is so like out of left field. I like for it to be soothing, and I like to include my emotional intelligence with this, so I know what to ask and I know what not to ask. You feel me? But yeah, I love the fact that I created that outlet. Other than that, I did create my own brand, which is called Flourish by Eli Jas, and I've been lucky enough to, I'm really excited about this and all the different projects that I'm coming out with this, because I wanted to create a brand that was gender neutral. So that's something that I incorporated as well. So I have a Lucid Lotus logo, which represents our intuition. So that's coming from the spirituality aspect of it. And I've gotten, Grammy nominated Chica to wear it, Dominican artist Danny Lay to wear my earrings.
Oh, nice.
I've even had football player Anthony Chaffee wear my Lotus. So yeah, it's
let's go. Where's my Lotus?
I got you, bro. Everybody on the team needs to have a Lotus.
Can I go
on the vibe?
I got you, bro.
Look, Rick said he's waiting for his Florida.
I know. Like, once I get those hats in, like, forget it. But honestly, I just love the fact that it represents the creative in us and also reminds us to use our intuition when we're following our dreams. And that's the reason why I started that. Other than that, I'm working on music. I am a bachatera. I do Spanglish music. So since I was 19, I'm 30 now. I've incorporated pop and R&B in my bachata music. So when I started, people weren't really, liking the fact that I was mixing genres. But I think since I've stuck to it, and I think that, Aventura is actually another, group that obviously, Romeo Santos, they've inspired Spanglish, music. So I'm glad that I'm one of the females that gets to represent in this genre. So yeah,
we don't have enough.
You're a pioneer, baby.
Yeah,
we don't have enough. I seen that you getting videos of people like dancing to your song.
That's dope.
In like South Africa or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah. When I was looking at the countries, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, in Australia and Japan, in where else? In Spain, and I'm like, what's going on, guys? And I'm telling you, this single came out when in 2012, January 2012, and it's still I'm telling you, it just still has fuel under it. And Rosie, I love Rosie because she's been there since the beginning of my career, and she's just, oh my God, she supports every endeavor that I choose to fall into. Thank you so much.
I didn't know that song was from 2012.
Do these people send you videos of them dancing? Is that how that works?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
the way that I see it is Reels now. It has I guess once you click on a song, it has a whole category. So I see all the videos under that, or they just tag me and then I'm able to see it. So I'm like, you have no idea how happy that makes me. And this is exactly why it kind of ties into chatting with Jazz and why I wanted to create a space for us to, talk about what we feel is important, not what other people want to know, like, oh, our favorite color and like who we're dating and, oh, what do? Do you like walks in the park when you're not doing your work? And it's like, that's not important. That's not important, bro. Like, let's talk about the deep stuff,
You know what question? Sorry, Craze. You know what question I hate? So when you're interviewing other artists, and I hope nobody asks you this question either. The question that I hate when people ask somebody who just did a project is, so what you working on next? Like, I'd rather the interview be fully about what I just did, because like sometimes you don't know how much work went into that. So if you ask somebody what are you working on next, they probably don't even know. So you're gonna get like a whack answer. So it's like keep it about that project.
Right, like you can ask what's coming next regarding that project. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's an artist, like do you have any videos coming out, any visuals coming out, things like that. That's how you
like special surprises,
a deluxe or something like that.
Because what's next? But yo, I just finished this project. Like, yo,
are you listening?
I just gave you 15 songs.
Seriously, also I feel like as an artist, you have to keep releasing things over and over and over, like back to back, because people have a short attention span. So that I think this is a great way to show people that you can do more than one thing. It could be in fashion, it could be a podcast, it could be music, but just to keep doing what you like, you know, and don't just put yourself in a box.
You know, I don't believe that you have to keep releasing back to back.
No, you don't.
I don't believe that, because Kendrick Lamar and fucking this other
Lauryn
dude
Hill
comes out, they
like
come out with an album like every 4 years, bro, and them shits be popping like
like if it's good enough, it'll keep on being played.
So true.
And also I feel like if you release too quick, sometimes I feel like people won't get to fully digest the last project.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Plus, good music ages.
Yeah.
Good music ages like fine wine, like bachata. Like I still listen to the first Aventura album, straight up, and I'll still be jamming to that.
Yo, nah, that's a classic though.
Aventura versus the Locks.
Yo, that's a tough one right there.
Yo, where do you do that? What venue do you do that at?
It would have to be it would have to be at United Palace.
No, that's Aventura friendly.
That's why it have to be over there.
You gotta do it in neutral grounds.
You can't do it in Yonkers. Come on, man.
Nah,
definitely not Yonkers.
But Ellie, thank you for sharing all the new stuff that you're working on. I want to take us out. Join us next week, where Rick H may be back. We may relinquish this podcast back to him by next week. And we're gonna have a dope guest though next week. I want to close this out with one of Eli Jas's beautiful videos. I like this visual. I know you sent me two, but this is the one that I picked.
Wait, could I ask one more question? Sorry.
What's your question? Oh, come on.
So no, because my wife be asking me questions, right? And she's like, "Oh, how old is Rick?" And I was like, I don't know. So she's like, "How don't you know how old your friend is?" And I was like, "It's just certain things I don't care about as friends." So I told her I was gonna ask everybody's age and what they do for work. So Craze, go first.
Wait, what do I do for work?
Your age and what you do for work.
That's classified information, bro.
All right, cool. That's the answer.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a legal analyst, and I am 34 years old.
Yeah, I said you was a paralegal or some shit. I said 34 and legal analyst. All right, Ellie.
So I work in retail, and I'm a community manager at So I'm a community manager at another spot that's exclusively for women, for entrepreneurs. Yay.
All right, Rebel.
I'm on unemployment, and I'm an artist.
You getting them stimmies?
I do cover arts for
and then
for like podcasts and series and shit like that, and I do logos.
Okay, and then Mozo.
I'm 34, and I'm a Nike community athlete. I work for Nike.
Okay,
nice.
all right. So now I could tell my wife I know my friends. All right, now you can wrap it up, Crazy.
Wait, what do you do?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm 31.
Oh, and I'm 30.
At least like the only one that didn't say her. Oh, and Mozo didn't say his age.
Nah, you don't.
Oh, how about you though?
If the woman don't tell you their age,
what's your social security number?
It's 05. No, Mozo did. I'm 36, and I am a billing coordinator at Mount Sinai.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't have to say the hospital.
But the hospital is where it's at. You can't just be a billing coordinator.
I can't just be a billing coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
The hospital is the highlight.
Oh, I see.
No.
Really.
I'm just saying because I don't want nobody coming to find me. But at my day job.
Craze.
Yo, thank y'all for joining us tonight.
You guys are a trip.
We love everybody that's been commenting. Thank you guys for supporting.
We love you.
Mozo, welcome to the team.
Welcome.
I'm glad you got your mic fixed.
Shout out to my mic.
Let's go.
Mikey Mike.
And take us out, Ellie.
Eli Jas. I feel it. Your eyes are burning a hole into me. Two strangers right where we need to be. Si me sigues mirando de esa manera, vas a tener que acercarte a mí. You come over and brush my shoulder. Trying to get just a little closer to me. Si me sigues probando de esa manera, te voy a seguir el juego. Así, tu cuerpo bien pegado a mí. Nothing should exist in